If you don't like war stories but love tales of human resilience, then this one's for you. This is not just a story about battles and strategies, but about the indomitable spirit of ordinary people caught in extraordinary circumstances. It's about the strength of the human heart and the courage that emerges in the darkest of times. Welcome to Wroclaw, 1945, a city that, like many others in Europe, found itself at the epicenter of the final, brutal throes of World War II. The streets were filled with the echoes of conflict, the air thick with the smoke of destruction. Yet, amidst this chaos, life continued in the most unexpected ways. As Europe crumbled in the final days of World War II, the city of Wroclaw was a battlefield. The once vibrant streets were now scenes of devastation, with buildings reduced to rubble and the constant sound of gunfire and explosions filling the air. The people of Wroclaw, however, were not just passive victims of this destruction. They were active participants in a struggle for survival, showing remarkable resilience and courage. Among the bombed-out buildings and shattered lives, Anna Kowalska lived with her elderly mother, Emilia, in a crumbling home on the city's edge, teetering between the front lines. Their home, like many others, was a fragile sanctuary in a world turned upside down. Every day was a battle to find food, water and safety. But Anna and Emilia faced these challenges with a quiet determination. One evening, with the distant artillery echoing through the streets, Anna ventured out for supplies. The journey was fraught with danger, but it was a risk she had to take. The streets were eerily quiet, the silence broken only by the occasional sound of gunfire or the distant rumble of tanks. Anna moved quickly, her eyes scanning the shadows for any sign of danger. The city was a wasteland of smouldering ruins and broken dreams. Every corner held a memory of what once was, a shop where children used to buy sweets, a park where families once picnicked, now all reduced to ashes. Yet, amidst this desolation, there were still signs of life. People moved through the ruins, scavenging for food, searching for loved ones, trying to hold on to some semblance of normalcy. It was during these perilous outings that Anna met Lucas, a young German soldier, more boy than man. Their first encounter was unexpected and tense. Anna had turned a corner and found herself face to face with Lucas, his rifle slung over his shoulder, his uniform dirty and torn. For a moment they both froze, unsure of what to do. Barely able to grow a beard, his eyes were heavy with the fatigue of too many battles. He looked at Anna with a mixture of suspicion and curiosity. He was just a boy, thrust into a war he didn't understand, fighting for a cause that seemed increasingly meaningless. His eyes, though weary, still held a spark of humanity, a reminder that he was more than just a soldier. When their paths first crossed, Lucas didn't react with hostility. Instead, he hesitated, his eyes locking onto Anna's as if searching for a fragment of normalcy amidst the chaos. In that brief moment, they saw each other not as enemies, but as two people caught in the same nightmare. It was a moment of connection, a fleeting glimpse of the humanity that still existed beneath the uniforms and the fear. Instead, he hesitated, his eyes locking onto Anna's as if searching for a fragment of normalcy amidst the chaos. It was a moment of profound silence, where the world seemed to hold its breath. In that instant, they were not a soldier and a civilian, but two human beings, each struggling to survive in a world gone mad. Sensing his inner turmoil, Anna offered him half a loaf of bread she had scavenged. It was a simple gesture, but one that spoke volumes. In a world where food was scarce and trust even scarcer, this act of kindness was a lifeline. It was a reminder that even in the darkest times, there was still room for compassion and generosity. Lucas, moved by this unexpected kindness, accepted it with a nod, his stern demeanor melting into gratitude. He took the bread with trembling hands, his eyes filling with tears. It was the first act of kindness he had experienced in months, and it touched him deeply. In that moment, the walls he had built around himself began to crumble, and he allowed himself to feel hope once more. As the weeks passed, Anna and Lucas's brief encounters became a fragile form of companionship. They would meet in the same spot, exchanging small gifts and words of comfort. Their conversations were brief, but they provided a sense of normalcy in a world that had lost all sense of order. They talked about their families, their hopes and their fears, finding solace in each other's company. Anna learned Lucas was from a small village in Bavaria, conscripted and thrust into this maelstrom far from home. He spoke of his family, his dreams of becoming a teacher and the simple life he had left behind. Anna shared stories of her own childhood, her love for her mother and her hopes for a future free from war. In these moments, they were not enemies, but friends, bound by their shared humanity. Despite being on opposing sides, they saw in each other not enemies, but fellow human beings, both trapped by circumstances beyond their control. They found comfort in their shared experiences, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. In a world torn apart by hatred and violence, their friendship was a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is still room for compassion and understanding. In a world torn apart by war, their unlikely bond became a testament to human courage and resilience. They showed that even in the face of unimaginable hardship, the human spirit can endure. Their friendship was a symbol of the strength and resilience that lies within each of us, a reminder that even in the darkest times, we can find light and hope. Wars end, the unlikely bond in Wroclaw. As the war drew to a close, the city of Wroclaw began to rebuild. The streets that had once been filled with the sounds of battle were now filled with the sounds of laughter and celebration. People came together to rebuild their homes and their lives, finding strength in their shared experiences. Anna and Lucas, too, found a way to move forward, their friendship a lasting reminder of the power of human connection. Their story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest times, we can find hope and courage.